here today at one of the most important historical sites in Manila. Welcome to Fuerte de Santiago, also known as Fort Santiago Intramuros, Manila. Fort Santiago was built in 1571 with the Spanish navigator and governor Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. The Battle of Manila was a major battle of the Philippine Campaign of 1944 to 1945 during the World War II. It was fought by forces from the both United States and the Philippines against Japanese troops in Manila, the capital city of the Philippines. The month-long battle, which resulted in the death of at least 100,000 civilians and the complete devastation of the city, was the scene of the worst urban fighting fought by American forces in the Pacific Theater. During the battle, Japanese forces committed mass murder against Filipino civilians, while American firepower killed many people. The resistance of the Japanese and American artillery also destroyed much of the Manila's architectural and cultural heritage dating back to the city's founding. Often referred to as the Stalingrad of Asia, the battle is widely considered to be one of the most intense and worst urban battle ever fought, with it being the single largest urban battle ever fought by American forces. In 1951, the Philippines recognized the historical significance of Fort Santiago to our nationhood and declared it as a national monument and national shrine known as Shrine of Freedom, in honor of Dr. Jose Rizal and the countless number of people imprisoned, tortured, and martyred here for the cause of freedom. We're here now at the dungeon of Fort Santiago. During the World War II, the Japanese used the dungeon wall as prison and torture chamber. Guards and witnesses reported hearing screams and witnessing ghostly apparitions near the dungeon. During the Battle of Manila in 1945, the Japanese sealed off the dungeon, leading to the suffocation of hundreds of individuals trapped inside. None of the bodies were unrecognizable, but some of the relatives of the victims were able to identify their family through clothing, like a belt buckle with a name inscribed on it. After the liberation of Manila by the Americans, the U.S. Army discovered 600 decomposing bodies piled on top of each other, infested with maggots was made. The dungeons of Fort Santiago is located in the historic walled city of Intramuros. It was originally meant to be a storage facility for gunpowder and weapons, but it was turned into a prison cells during the 16th century. Entrance to the dungeons is already included in the entrance fee for Fort Santiago, which is 75 pesos for adults and 50 pesos for student, senior citizen, and person with disabilities.
Mainit, paglabas nyo, sakop din sa rin. Are you Filipino?
Yes po.
Okay. Sa iyong hangin, ibig sabihin buhay ka pa.
Thank you po.
Sir, wala na kaligtas dito kahit sa
Oh,
swerte niyo.
thank you po.
Sa mga ng Japanese, wala ka na
Itong white cross na nandito sa harapan natin ngayon, ito yung nagsisilbing marker or resting place ng mga more or less 600 soldiers na namatay during the World War II. The Rizal Shrine, also known as the Museo ni Jose Rizal in Fort Santiago, is a museum dedicated to the life work of Jose Rizal. It is located inside the Fort Santiago in Intramuros, Manila, Philippines, beside of the Plaza de Armas.
The positive effects of tourism in Intramuros. Tourists will know the history of the place, make it more interesting for them to visit the place again. It will also gain more attention for tourists to visit other historical places as they will enjoy the scenery and history of the place. Preserving the culture and history of the place will give more appreciation and importance. As long as our history and culture is preserved, it will reach more generations to know the past of a place. It also helps as the local government will get revenues and generate more income and job opportunities for the people. The money from tourism also help to improve the local infrastructure in Intramuros that makes more impact on the environment. It will also help as the social understanding among the tourists and residents will increase, leading to healthy interactions between them.
Transport in Intramuros. The Department of Tourism, AI, and Grab Philippines launched two Grab wheels and a two-wheel personal mobility to device for tourists to explore Intramuros and eco-friendly. The partnership aims to raise awareness about environmental issue and allow to tourists to experience stable tourism practices to first hand.
As we explored the beauty of Fort Santiago, we couldn't resist trying the delicious food here. The local product here are must-see, perfect for souvenirs and gifts. With plenty of activities like guided tours and cultural exhibits, there's always something to do that brings the fort's history to life. If you are looking for more enjoyable activities, you can rent a bike for only 50 pesos. Renting a bike was the best decision. It made getting around the Fort Santiago so much easier.
Two negative effects of tourism in Intramuros are: number 1, environmental degradation. Increased foot traffic and vehicle congestion can lead to wear and tear on historic building and street. Littering, pollution, and overuse of resources may also damage the heritage site. Number 2, commercialization and loss of authenticity. As tourism grows, there can be pressure to develop more businesses and attraction, which may lead to loss of the authentic cultural and historical atmosphere of Intramuros. This could detract from the historical significance of the area as commercial establishments overshadow its heritage.
Pedestrianization and open space. The pedestrianization of major roads enables better protection and appreciation of Intramuros. Major destination while regarding traffic congestion. Open space are being redevelopment to relive the essays of the reconnect people to this historical place.
I think the solution that would help fix the issues caused by tourism is to implement regulation on waste management and to put more segregation bins around the area to maintain the cleanliness of Intramuros. The government should do an interactive exhibit that shows how to properly use the facilities and do's and don'ts to preserve the cultural heritage. In peak season, they should put more security so that they can prevent overcrowding which can damage the infrastructure.